Hey, so I made it back to my corpse. And we took that down.
I am overburdened.
Unfortunately... Hold on. The merc died. Ugh.
Yes?
I'll store these away. So what I should let you know is that once I defeated that mob, it indicated that Diablo was rezzed, because then even said, not even death can save you from me.
Hail to you, champion.
So yeah, Diablo was there waiting for me. So what I'm now gonna do, go back through here, open another portal. You guys know this strat. Alright guys, here we go. There he is. So he charges at you. My blood golem is already dead. He does that lightning, which hurts. A lot. He just killed both of them. He does that big AoE fire, which can be dodged. He's still doing it. Like I said, I figured I was going to need these potions. I need a moment. Diablo's just over there tapping his foot. So, are you ready yet? Like how he just so patiently waited, but also just kind of like was like, okay, I'll just kind of wander over here, I guess. Will you stop that? Ow!
I need mana.
Just gotta whittle him down. Ah! I got caught casting. Ugh. Right when he was casting that. But it did seem to be working. Like I said, you guys know this strat. Gotta go find my corpse. There I am over there. There we go. There we go. He is damaging himself. Alright, it's working. Maybe because I'm guessing Iron Maiden is just being really effective right now. Oh gosh, I'm out of potions.
Lord Diablo, I have bested you.
Yeah! You couldn't see it, but I was just, like, pumping. Yeah. Flexing! Whew. Would I die once? Twice? It worked, though. Oh, my goodness. Whew.
I am overburdened.
Of course I am. Of course I'm overburdened. Hold on. See, this is why you carry the cube with you. Extra inventory space. If I could jump on him, I would. I don't usually teabag, but I would do that right now on top of him. Pulled it off. That definitely seems to be the way to go. It seemed like he was actually doing more damage to himself than I or my Golem or Merc were. Especially whenever I was casting Iron Maiden on him. So. Oh.
Good
Hey, King.
evening.
I knew there was great potential in you, my friend. You've done a fantastic job. Though my ancestors often struggled against the three evils and their minions, I've always lived a shut-in, scholarly life. I'm glad that my wisdom aided you. Now, I wish to leave this place. Though heaven's gates are a marvel to behold, I hope I won't have to see them again for many, many years. Please, talk to Tyrael about leaving this place now.
Sure, but first identify this stuff for me, please. Alright. A set axe berserker. Okay. A military pick. Attack speed, enhanced damage, or enhanced defense, repairs durability. Attack speed, increased attack speed, 100% increased enhanced damage. -8 defense. Huh. 2 to 54. Wow. Okay.
Good to see you.
Death's Touch. 71 strength. I'll go ahead and store that away for now.
What do you need?
All right.
I knew there was great potential.
Praise be to the light. You have accomplished the impossible. Diablo and Mephisto have been banished back into the black abyss that spawned them, and the corrupted soul stones are no more. However, while you were fighting here, Baal remained behind in the mortal realm, building an army of hellish minions. Now Baal's army is searching for the World Stone, the ancient source of all the soul stones and their power, while leaving behind a wake of destruction. They have forged deeply into the barbarian homelands, heading directly for the summit of Mount Ariat. Baal knows, mortal hero. That is the very site of the blessed World Stone. Now, enter the portal I have opened for you. It will take you to the barbarian city of Harrogath, the last bastion of order on the slopes of Ariat.
So, that dialogue was changed to incorporate Lord of Destruction, because I believe back when this game first came out and there was no expansion, because we are, of course, about to watch the cinematics, it would be like, "Congratulations, champion, you have done it, you have won the day." In fact, no, never mind. So, it used to be also that we were able to then also get Diablo Soulstone and then take it to the Hellforge and smash that as well. At least I think so, because that's going to be referenced in the cutscene. So I think that's what you were able to do back in the day. I think. But yeah, it was like, "Congratulations, you have won. Maybe someday we'll see each other again. We will," and you know, the whole, "Hey, you beat the game, congratulations. And everything is all great because we defeated Diablo and Mephisto and everything is wonderful, right?" And then cut to black and we see the final cutscene of Vanilla Diablo. So, I guess maybe I'll talk about this now before we watch it. Because, again, it's like, oh, okay, looks like we won. And then we get a big final cliffhanger twist to end Vanilla. And then it's going to play another cutscene, I think, if they have this set it up the way I think they do, that starts the expansion Lord of Destruction. So I'll try and talk a bit more after you watch these cutscenes, because both of these cinematics are pretty great. Now, I will also, because I have, of course, seen the legacy versions, the original versions of these cinematics, so we're going to be watching the new ones. And I'll try to talk about the comparisons, what I like, what I don't like, because there are things I like and don't like about both, so...
I heard later that he was defeated. And that the Soul Stones were destroyed in Hellforge. All except one.
Oh, I failed, Diablo. I couldn't do as you asked. I couldn't enter that gate. Forgive me, Tyrael. Forgive me.
Marius, give me the stone, and all is forgiven. Give it to me, Marius.
Take it. Take it, take it. I'm glad this is finally over, Tyrael. Look what the stone has done to me.
You haven't failed, old man. You've done exactly as you were meant to do. However, I am not the Archangel Tyrael.
Well, no.
You have done well, Marius. Now I think you shall have your reward.
What have I done to deserve?
Poor Marius. To be continued. And we had to wait a year or so for this. And they shut the door on this poor guy.
Bail! The gates of Sescheron have stood for eons beyond remembrance, and you shall not breach them now. Remove your foul demons from our lands. We stand on the side of light. You shall not be allowed to reach Mount Ariat, and that which you seek will not be yours.
I shall take your position into consideration. Well, it seems your terms are not acceptable.
Okay. So, yeah. So, like I said in the initial cinematic, I love what they did with Marius. I just think that the changes they made with him just make it more... He doesn't look as awkward as he did in the original, to me anyway. The motions and such. There's only one thing I don't like, is that in the original, he actually hesitates to hand it back to him. Like when Bale is like, "Give it to me, Marius." There's a moment where he actually like pulls his hand back, like he's scared of whether or not he actually should give him the stone. But then he goes, "No, take it." So they seem to kind of take that out. But at the same time, it does still work because of the idea that he's just so eager to get rid of it, he doesn't care. I think that when they reveal Bale's face as Tal Rasha, it just seems to look a little bit more clear compared to the original. And my gosh, I love the sound design of that cutscene. If you listen to the background, as he's giving him the stone, you can hear the screaming of the people in the asylum just start to scream in pain and agony and terror, because now Bale is starting to basically cause them to wail in anguish and pain and such with his power. And just the whole presentation of that just looked really great. And again, that was the cliffhanger back then. That was the whole Bale has gotten his soul stone back. He walks out after burning the asylum down around him. And to be continued. And we had to wait another, I think it was a year later is when this expansion came out. So the thing I like about Bale is his personality. He just seems to have this thing about having a sense of humor, playing with his prey, toying with his food, so to speak. Where he's like, I'll take your position into consideration. Well, it seems your terms are not acceptable. But the thing he did in the original I liked was that he was doing this kind of thing, waving his hands around like he's kind of like manipulating everything around him. He doesn't quite do that as much. And like I said before, I don't like his redesign. I liked how he was in the original base game, where he had this kind of mummified look to him because of Tal Rasha. And then we see him as this weird spider crab looking type of thing, and it doesn't look right to me. It looks just so strange and weird. And again, the sound stuff, I love that they just basically kept all the sound and voice and everything, because that was great. There was no need to change it. And just put it on top of better visuals. Now, the model for the guy at the gate, that poor guy, because the people behind the door just like, oh crap, quick, close the door, regardless of him being out there. But he had a different looking model, but it still worked. Like, the model still matched the voice pretty decently, in my opinion. Trying to think of anything else about that I want to talk about. But it's just so good. And of course that big giant twist, because it's something you probably should have picked up on earlier, but you just never really noticed it before. You know, thinking, wait a minute, Tyrael was with us. How could he have also been with Marius at the end there? And, you know, how would that have made sense? Until we realize, oh crap, that's actually Baal the whole time. And it just kind of makes more sense when you think about it. But it's actually, if you don't really think about it, or see it coming or such, it's actually a pretty clever twist. At least I thought so. Like, back in the day, this was like one of those, like, whoa, my gosh, type of twists, you know? So, welcome to Mount Arreat, Act 5, the Lord of Destruction expansion. So, here in Act 5, we once again have 6 quests, and we have multiple... Yeah, we're back to... Yep. So, this is our main town here. Let's start going around and chatting with people. Hello.
Good afternoon. I, Mala, welcome you to Harrogath, the last stronghold of order on Mount Arreat. You have come to the right place if you intend to defeat Baal, the Lord of Destruction. Baal has laid waste to our mountain and its denizens. His minions continue to attack our town, while Qualkek and his men have proven helpless to stop them. Baal is still out on the mountain looking for something, but I know not what. All of the elders, save Nilathak, sacrificed themselves to place a protective ward around Harrogath. Some of us here, certainly Nilathak, do not appreciate your presence. We are a proud people, and it is not easy for us to accept aid. I, however, am glad you are here. If you need healing or a potion, please come to me. See Larzuk for weapons, armor, and repairs. Nilathak, despite his disposition, may be of some assistance with other wares. Finally, Qualkek, our man-at-arms, leads Harrogath's remaining forces against Baal. Larzuk possesses a good soul, but at times his mind seems quite unsound. He once asked me for 20 of my finest sheepskins. He said he would fill them with hot air and float like a cloud above the battlefield to spy on Baal's legions. I worry the siege has driven him mad.
Hey, Kane.
I am amazed to find this place so untouched. Everything else in the path of Baal, the Lord of Destruction, lies in ruin. These barbarians must indeed be the legendary guardians of Mount Arreat. They are a proud, hardy people. Don't expect to be greeted warmly. Strangers here rarely are. Perhaps I can gain their trust. I'll spend some time with the townsfolk and try to understand them better. I'll let you know what I discover. The angel Tyrael has watched over the guardians of Arreat throughout history. I do not believe that Baal and Tyrael have come to fight over a paltry few souls. They are here to settle a conflict as old as time itself.
I am Qualkek, the senior man-at-arms of Harrogath. Afternoon. I am Qualkek, the...
Hold on.
I am Qualkek, the senior man-at-arms of Harrogath. You have the look of a warrior. An extra soldier will be useful, but don't expect anyone to mourn if you get yourself killed. Baal is true to his namesake. He has ravaged through our lands like a merciless plague. The protective ward laid down by our lost elders helps hold the evil at bay. But Baal's siege has taken its toll all the same. Most of my men are now dead. Others are trapped in the mountain passes. But I swear we are not beaten yet. We will fight to the end to protect this mountain.
I believe there's unique dialogue if you come here as a barbarian. I don't think I've found out what it is.
The death of Mala's son was a great tragedy. He was our finest archer. While leading a successful campaign against Baal's forces, he was impaled on a demon's spear. The wound was such that, well, even Mala herself acknowledges that quick death was a blessing.
Evening. If you're here to defeat Baal, you must prove it. As we speak, Harrogath is under siege by Baal's demons. Catapults rain death just outside the town walls. Baal himself travels up the sacred mountain, having left in charge here one of his most vicious generals, Shank, the Overseer. A ruthless taskmaster, he lashes his own minions into suicidal frenzies on the battlefield. If you wish to prove yourself to us, destroy the monster Shank that commands those infernal catapults outside Harrogath. If you manage to do this, return to me. This is a lively town during our victory celebrations. We barbarians train long and hard from childhood to become warriors, and we celebrate with equal fervor. You didn't happen to bring along any ale to trade? Did I mention there were catapults?
I guess we'll go talk to this Neelathok guy.
A necromancer. While I admire your courage in seeking out the darker side of magic, we really have little need of your skills. The battle will turn soon enough without your meddling. Yet, I should have expected to see your kind here. You are like a moth to the flame, drawn to all this death. It feeds you in more ways than one, does it not?
If that voice sounds familiar, that is indeed the same voice actor who plays Medivh in World of Warcraft.
After so many have died, who are you to think you can accomplish what our proud warriors could not?
As well as Warcraft 3.
The Council of Elders always believed itself prepared for the coming of the Three. Obviously, we were not prepared enough.
We'll talk more about Neelathok later.
Hello. I believe that stopping the siege on Harrogath is the only way for you to earn the trust of these people.
About to face Shank the Overseer and stop the siege, are you? You should ask Mala to perform your last rites before you go, stranger.
Well, let's go talk to Mala.
Good evening. Qualkek and his men have been fighting to break the siege for some time. Where many have failed, you may succeed.
Thanks, Mala. Alright, we will begin the Lord of Destruction expansion when we return. Stay tuned.